Yes, g'day, it is Crackafruity, and I am again cracking it over Medal of Honor Warfighter, the beta, and today I'm going to be playing as the Canadian JTF2, which stands for the Joint Task Force. It also stands for something in French, but I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Now, the Joint Task Force is an elite special operations force in the Canadian Forces, primarily tasked with the counter-terrorism operations. JTF2, together with the Canadian Special Operations Regiment, 427 Special Operations Aviation Squadron and the Canadian Joint Incident Response Unit form the operational elements of the Canadian Special Operations Forces Command. Now, the rifle you will be starting with when you first load up the Canadian JTF2 class is called the DD-M4V1, which is the Daniel Defence M4 carbine. Apparently V1 marks a culmination of nearly a decade of dedication by Daniel Defence. Okay, now that school is over for the day, you can see here I have in fact been able to upgrade the scope on this weapon and get rid of the iron sights, which is always good. It helps to get a red dot sight on there. It makes a bit of a difference. So yeah, what I think of this gun so far, again, I haven't used it. I haven't used much of anything at the moment, but the weapon is a fairly good weapon in that it does have a fairly high rate of fire. The reload time is pretty good, pretty quick compared to some of the other classes. The only thing I will say about it is it doesn't seem to be the most powerful rifle. It does seem to take, I don't know if it's just me or the way I'm playing or whatever, but it seems to take a lot of rounds on target to drop a person compared with some of the other rifles that I have been using. Now, granted, my aim isn't spot on. I'm still trying to get used to the Xbox controller and the feel of the game in general. But yeah, I know from a couple of games that I was playing prior to this, I was getting a lot of shots on target. The little hit marker was coming up fairly frantically. And yeah, it was taking a lot of shots to kill them. And people with better weapons would be able to just quickly turn around and drop me fairly efficiently. Now, obviously, it is the first weapon you get in the class. So you know, you're going to be able to upgrade and everything like that. But yeah, as a standard weapon, it's not necessarily the best. And just to confirm that I wasn't having a bad day, I swapped straight back to another class, tried a different rifle, and I was dropping them fine. So that is the only criticism with this gun so far. Okay, and I'll just quickly touch on how I think the beta is going so far. Unfortunately, I haven't had a huge amount of time to invest in this, but I did notice when I jumped on today there does seem to be quite a few people getting up to some really high levels. So it's obviously good to see that they're enjoying it. I don't think I personally have it in me to invest that many hours into one single map. But yeah, as I say, it's good to see that people are enjoying it, and obviously they're doing something right. As far as the map design itself goes, I'm not a huge fan of nighttime maps, which this one obviously is. I wasn't a huge fan of them in Battlefield 3, and that appears to have carried over. As I say, it is a fairly well laid out map, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some bright, colourful daytime style maps and checking out how they go. I would just also like to quickly mention, and it's just food for thought, something to think about, but considering the actual final release date is now only a couple of weeks away, and that's a worldwide release date, it does make you wonder. You know, they bring betas out to pick out glitches and bugs and get feedback so that their final version can be improved and better and all the rest. But it just makes you wonder, this close to the actual release date, how much of releasing this beta has been simply about, you know, I don't know, maybe impressing the fans or just keeping the fans happy because so many people were expecting a beta from them. I just fail to see how any sort of real feedback, comments and stuff like that is going to be fixed up before the game is released worldwide. But that's just something, that's food for thought, something to think about, and possibly a topic for another day. Okay, well this gameplay is drawing to a close, so thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please feel free to rate it up, hit subscribe, check out my channel. I've got some other Medal of Honor videos there. I do intend to be posting these regularly all the way up until the release of the game, and most likely after that as well. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.